Do you really think you're ready for power? Not likes, not status, not your little motivational quotes on Instagram. I'm talking real, ruthless, no mercy needed kind of power. The kind that makes kings nervous. The kind that gets CEOs whispering your name with respect or fear. This isn't for the soft, the sensitive, or the I just want peace people. This is war with a smile. And today, you're getting a front row seat into the mind of the man who rewrote the rulebook ... and then burned it. Welcome to Machiavelli's darkest lessons. Let's get dangerously educated. Niccolò Machiavelli. No, not a pasta brand. He was a 16th century political strategist who believed one simple thing. If you want power, forget morality. Use reality. This wasn't your typical be kind and the world will follow guy. He believed people are selfish, power-hungry, and mostly clueless. Sound familiar? His book, The Prince, was basically the original TED Talk on manipulation minus the smiling stage and awkward applause. It taught rulers how to lie convincingly, fake virtue, and crush opposition with a casual shrug. And here's the wild part. Everything he said still works. Scratch that. It works even better in today's filtered, feel-good, corporate smile world. Because while most people are trying to be liked, Machiavellians are trying to win. So buckle up. You're about to learn how to stop playing nice and start playing smart. But be warned, once you see the game for what it really is, there's no going back. Is it better to be loved or feared? Machiavelli didn't even blink before answering. Feared, obviously. Why? Because love is conditional. Love is soft. Love gets bored, but fear sticks. He saw it in real leaders like Cesare Borgia, who gave hugs with one hand and ordered executions with the other. People didn't just obey him, they hesitated before even thinking of crossing him. Now imagine applying that to your own life. No, I'm not saying you should go medieval on your coworkers. But what if you stopped begging to be liked and started commanding respect? Your manager walks in. You've stopped doing that awkward laugh. You speak less, but what you say lands like a punch. You stop saying sorry for existing. Suddenly, you're not just another nice face in the office. You're unpredictable, slightly intimidating. And guess what? People notice, because people don't respect doormats. They respect storm doors tough, uncheckable, and capable of closing hard. Still think being the nice guy is your golden ticket? Ask yourself this. Would they still respect you if you stopped smiling? According to Machiavelli, you need to be both. A fox to recognize traps, and a lion to scare the hell out of your enemies. Sounds cool, right? But let's be honest, most people pick one. They're either all brawn and no brains, or super sneaky and end up getting stepped on by the loudest idiot in the room. But the truly dangerous ones, they smile at you, make you laugh, and ruin your career in a single email. That's Machiavellian. Take the fox. The fox doesn't walk into drama. He sees it coming and quietly walks around it. He nods, smiles, and lets the fools fight. Then he collects the reward after the dust settles. Foxes are strategic. They listen more than they speak. They know who's insecure, who's faking it, and who's waiting to fall. And the best part? No one suspects them. Now the lion? He doesn't play chess. He flips the board. When it's time to strike, he doesn't hesitate. He makes sure the entire jungle hears his roar. Modern example, you're in a team meeting. The fox reads the room. Who's lying? Who's hiding behind buzzwords? The lion? When it's time to pitch, he owns it. No fluff. No apologies. Just results. Want real power? Stop trying to be nice. Start being strategic. Be charming enough to enter the room. Dangerous enough to own it. Be the fox when they think you're just another sheep. Then roar like a lion when they least expect it. Because the combination of quiet cunning and loud confidence? unstoppable. Let's get brutally honest. Machiavelli didn't believe in second chances for enemies. He said, injuries should be inflicted all at once. Translation: don't chip away at your enemies. Crush them. Let's talk Agathos of Syracuse. This charming fellow invites the city's elite to a lovely dinner. Everyone's laughing, sipping wine, enjoying the vibe. Then suddenly, bam, soldiers burst in and massacre them all. Brutal? Yes. Effective? Also yes. Why? Because Agathocles understood something you probably don't. Half measures lead to full betrayals. If you leave your enemy breathing, you leave yourself bleeding eventually. People remember mercy ... as weakness. Now, don't panic. No one's saying you need to handle office politics with a sword. But you do need clarity. When someone crosses you, don't let it fester. Expose the lie. Call out the sabotage. Make it public and make it final. Real-world translation. Someone gossips about you at work? Don't clear the air. Bring the truth to light once, cleanly and confidently. Then walk away while they deal with the fallout. Don't play defense. Play executioner. Not emotionally, strategically. Because decisive action creates a reputation. And reputation? That's power you don't have to explain. Ask yourself, if they had the chance to ruin you, would they hesitate? Let's be honest, nobody trusts a villain. But everyone loves a hero. So what did Machiavelli recommend? Simple: look like the hero. Act like the villain. Keep your mask clean, even if your hands are bloody. In The Prince, he said rulers must appear merciful, faithful, humane, sincere, and religious. Sounds lovely, right? But only appear that way. Behind the scenes, do what needs to be done. Modern translation: smile in meetings. Compliment your competitors. Send thank you emails. Then quietly undercut their funding, steal their team, and take their clients. With grace, of course. Because here's the truth. People judge you by what they see, not what you do. So make sure they see a saint, even if you're running a power play behind the curtain. Example: you're in line for a promotion. You don't bash the competition. You praise them in public. She's brilliant, so creative. Meanwhile, you strategically expose her missed deadlines to your boss, subtly, of course. By the time the dust settles, you look loyal, helpful, and promoted. The genius of this move? No fingerprints. Just a clean smile and a new office. Be a wolf in Gucci sheep's clothing. Because if you look like the good guy, no one will see you coming. You want lasting power? Make sure people need you more than you need them. Machiavelli said it clearly. The wise prince should endeavor only to avoid hatred. And the best way to avoid being hated? Make yourself useful, not lovable, not popular, useful. Think about it. As long as they need you, they won't betray you. Why sabotage the one person holding the map out of the burning building? Modern example. At work, become the person who knows everything. The system? You built it. The client list? You own it. If you left, the company would collapse in 3 days. In friendships or relationships, become their go-to. You're the one with the car, the advice, the emotional backbone. They can't risk losing you, so they put up with your quirks. Power disguised as charm. Now, warning. Dependency is not the same as manipulation, unless you're doing it right. Create value, but in a way that makes walking away unthinkable. Because as soon as they think, I don't need you, your power dies. Don't be everyone's favorite. Be their lifeline. And trust me, people don't cut their own lifelines. Let's be honest, most people don't learn from polite hints. They learn when the consequences are loud, clear, and slightly terrifying. Machiavelli understood this. He advised rulers to punish openly and dramatically, not to be cruel, but to be effective. He wrote, "One sharp public action. That's all it takes. No whispering, no long HR emails, just clarity in full view." Historical example. Cesare Borgia Machiavelli's golden boy appointed a brutal governor to clean up crime. Once the job was done, and the people feared the governor, Cesare had him publicly executed. The people were relieved, and Cesare looked like a hero. Power move? Oh yes. Modern version. You lead a team. One person constantly shows up late, spreads negativity, or ignores deadlines. You don't schedule a cozy one-on-one. You address it in the meeting. Calm, factual, no drama. Now the team knows the rules aren't optional. Why it works. It resets the group dynamic. Everyone understands what not to do without needing a memo. And it sends a message. You're not just a leader. You're the standard. Handle one problem person publicly and watch 10 others fall quietly in line. Fear, it's not the enemy. It's your PR strategy. Machiavelli said, "Fortune is a woman, and she favors the bold." Okay, it's a dramatic line, but here's the point. The universe doesn't reward the careful. It rewards the fearless. Caution feels safe, but it also feels forgettable. Let's break it down. Machiavelli believed that if you wait for the perfect moment, you'll die waiting. Success comes to those who create chaos and surf on top of it. Think of every bold move in history, big revolutions, risky inventions, stupidly ambitious startups. They didn't happen because someone said, "Let me overthink this." They happened because someone said, "Screw it, let's go." Modern translation. That job you're scared to apply for? Apply anyway. That business idea you're sitting on? Launch it. That risky truth you've been holding back? Say it. Because being bold doesn't mean being reckless. It means being decisive in uncertainty. It means seeing the storm and walking straight into it. Fortune doesn't date cowards. She's into wild confidence and dangerous ambition. Want her attention? Stop waiting for signs. Be the sign. Let's talk about the most dangerous people in your life. No, not your enemies, not your competitors. Your fans. You know, the ones who say, "You're amazing. Everything you do is perfect." No notes. Yeah, run. Machiavelli hated flatterers. Not because they were annoying, but because they blur your vision. They wrap your ego in velvet and suffocate your growth. Direct quote. There is no other way of guarding oneself against flattery but by letting men understand that they will not offend you by speaking the truth. Translation? If people around you can't disagree with you, you're not a leader. You're a delusional emperor in a bathrobe. Classic example. Kings who surrounded themselves with yes men lost empires. Why? Because no one dared tell them, "This is stupid, Your Majesty." Modern version? If you're building a business, a brand, or even just a decent life, and the only feedback you get, "You're killing it," you're probably already off course. You need friction. Someone who will say, "Hey, this sucks, fix it." Not to bring you down, but to push you forward. So what do? Set the tone. Let people know that truth is loyalty. And praise? That only counts if it's earned. Flatterers aren't friends. They're termites smiling while they hollow you out. Build a circle that challenges you. Because if you only hear applause, you're not in a kingdom. You're in a trap. So, still think you're ready for this kind of power? Let's recap. Be feared, not just liked. Be the fox and the lion. Strike once, strike clean. Smile publicly. Scheme privately. Make people need you. Punish clearly. Take wild risks. And never trust applause. This isn't self-help. This is self-mastery. And Machiavelli didn't write for the masses. He wrote for the few willing to do what others won't. You're not here to play it safe. You're here to win in business, in life, in rooms full of snakes dressed in polite cardigans. But here's the real twist. You don't have to become evil to apply this. You just need to stop being naive. This is about clarity. Power isn't about domination. It's about knowing the game and playing it with your eyes open. And if you still think the world rewards kindness more than strategy, scroll your feed. Check who's rich, who's famous, who's winning. Then ask, are they really that nice? Or just really good at appearing nice? Power is a choice. You can ignore it, or you can master it. Just remember, even sheep can grow fangs if they stop pretending they're helpless. If this hit a nerve, good, Machiavelli would be proud. Now go out there and rewrite your own rule book. And hey, subscribe, because this was just chapter 1.